Hello everyone, this is Blanca. Happy December 2019. In today's video, I'm going to be making 9 different cards. These are very easy to make cards using a paper pad that I purchased at, I believe it was Michael's. And the idea is just to make these cards. These are easy to make, so if you don't have a lot of time, using these paper pads is super useful because you have all the different types of papers that you can use, and also you get a couple of pages with different sentiments. So in my case, I'm using this page that has 9 different sentiments, some Christmas, some holiday theme, and I'll use the sentiments to create 9 different cards. The first card that I'm going to be doing is using this sentiment, Joy to the World. And this is, the size of it is already predetermined by the paper pad. And I'm also using this 5x7 background, plaid background, and also using this blank 5x7 card base and the matching envelope. So what I'm going to do first is glue the background to my card, and then I'm also going to be adding the sentiment to the card. I am also adding a little jewel to the bow of the card just to give it a little something extra. I also like to add something to my envelope, so I'm going to be adding this ornament that I die cut from a Crafter's Companion ornament die, and I'll add the ornament part of it to the top right corner of my envelope, and then the little snowflake that is also part of the die to the back of my envelope. And I'll be doing this with all the cards that I'm going to make, so I'm not going to show doing this for the rest of the cards, but I'll be doing the same thing with the rest of them with the red glitter paper and other colors as well. So here's the finished card, and here is a close-up of the card as well. This next card is using the sentiment Oho the Mistletoe, and this is going to be a smaller card, so it's going to be a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card base, and the background is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 as well. The background actually is from a glittery paper that I had. It's not part of the paper pad, but I had this paper, so I decided to use it because it matched really well. And I'm also gluing it to the card base and then adding the sentiment as well. So this is a close-up of the final card and matching envelope. And the next card is very similar to this previous one with the sentiment Holly Jolly Christmas. And I'm also using some glittery cardstock that will match well with the sentiment. And again, it's a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card base. And here I'm not going to show you gluing the background to the card, so here is the final look. The next card is using this red robin background with the sentiment Merry Christmas to all. This is a 4¼ by 5½ card, and I'm going to be doing the same thing, gluing the background and then the sentiment to the card. For this card, I decided to add a little jewel to the letter I in the word Christmas, just to give it a little something extra. And here is a close-up of the finished card and matching envelope. This next card is with the sentiment that says walking in a winter wonderland, and I'm using the background with the red robins, but now the background is a little darker. And I'm also using a 4¼ by 5½ card base. So I'm adding this to the card base, and I'm going to be adding the sentiment as well. Here is the final card with matching envelope. This next card is with the sentiment Let Heaven and Nature Sing, and this is going to be a 6x6 card, so I'm using a 6x6 card base, and the background is a greenish snowy background that I'm going to be gluing to the card base as well as the sentiment. I am also adding a little jewel to the bow of the sentiment so that the card sparkles a little more. And this is how the final card looks like with the matching envelope. This next card is a small 4¼ by 5½ card that says with the sentiment Peace on Earth, and I'm using a gold glittery background. This is very similar to previous ones, and here is the close-up of the card and matching envelope. Okay, so just a few more cards to go. This next one is with the sentiment It's the most wonderful time of the year, and I'm using a 6x6 card background and card base as well. So I'm gluing this to my card base, and I'm also going to be adding a couple of jewels just to make it pop a little more. And here is a close-up of the final card and matching envelope. Okay everyone, so we made it to the final card. So for this card, there was actually not a sentiment, but there was a frame with the little red robins. So I am going to be using the frame and add the word blessed. I die cut this word from a Gemini die set. This is from Crafter's Companion, and I'm also going to be using the stamp set which says have a Christmas. So this is going to be my sentiment, have a blessed Christmas. And now I'm just adding the background and the frame to my card. And then I'm going to be adding the sentiments. I stamped and then hit embossed the sentiments with champagne color embossing powder on red cardstock so that it will pop more. And then I added this to my card. And then I added the word bless as well. And here's the final card with matching envelope. As you can see, we made 9 different cards from a paper pad. I did add a few glitter backgrounds, but other than that, you can make these cards with just one paper pad, and it usually comes with many sentiments. So these are easy to make, and you don't need a lot of extra things other than adhesive. And if you want to add some jewels, you can do that as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching.